Hey YouTube, welcome to another episode of News in 2 Minutes, bringing you the news that you need to know every day. Let's begin. Security forces, including local police and the military, worked into the night to try and bring one of the largest hostage situations seen in recent years under control in the Kenyan capital of Nairobi, where over 39 people are known to have been killed during confrontations after police tried desperately to save the hostages and capture the kidnappers. Al-Shabaab, an al-Qaeda-linked militant group based in Somalia, claimed responsibility for the attack and vowed not to negotiate with Kenyan authorities and claimed that all Muslims were escorted from the mall before the attack began. The fighting marks the second large and possibly coordinated attack by Islamic extremists after 200 members of the Moro National Liberation Front killed over 50 people, took more than 130 hostages, and sent 65,000 people fleeing from their homes in the Philippines earlier this week. An online security firm is warning customers around the world not to use one of its encryption generators after news broke that the NSA may have found and used a backdoor that bypasses the company's security methods. Authorities have released a statement saying that over 25,000 gallons of oil are now known to have spilled in Colorado after historic flooding, with oil companies now saying that there are 12 separate spill sites, including areas of fracking water which may pose an extreme chemical risk to nearby water supplies and the environment. A recent study published in the Lancet Journal of Infectious Disease has scientists around the world asking whether the widespread use of vaccines such as the H5N1 vaccine in East Asia may have played a crucial role in the further development of pandemic possible viruses such as H7N9. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security has reportedly tested a crowd-scanning facial recognition system during a Washington State hockey game Saturday evening. The program, known as the Biometric Optical Surveillance System, will use a number of off-the-shelf video cameras tied into a facial recognition system that authorities will use to pick out and arrest suspected criminals or persons of interest in the near future. Russia has recommitted itself to a full ban on fish imports from Japan, saying that the restriction, which started less than 1 month after the disaster at the Fukushima nuclear power plant, is in full force and will remain that way despite Japanese officials' repeated requests to lift it. And to wrap things up, more than 15,000 residents remain in shelters after evacuating an erupting volcano in Indonesia. 3 U.S. NATO troops were killed after an Afghan security member turned his weapon on NATO forces. NOAA is forecasting an estimated 10% chance of polar geomagnetic storms on Monday. And a 5.6 in New Zealand, a 5.3 in Mexico, and a 5.2 in Alaska complete today's Quake Watch. And that's it for this episode of News in 2 Minutes. Check back tomorrow for more news that the aware need the most. This week's News in 2 Minutes is brought to you by SHTFplan.com, where even the officials go for news, and SQmetals.com for all your precious metal needs.